So this one is the black VW Corrado, and this is my Mark 1 GTI. And let's start with the Mark 1. Let's walk around it. Let's look at the interior. That's our Ricardos. So the Mark 1 GTI and the VW Corrado, both the G60 variants. This one I got on my 18th birthday, and it was originally a 1.5 4-cylinder 7 GB engine and 4-speed, and now it's G60 with a 5-speed manual, same as this one. This is also a 5-speed manual G60. I tried to keep it as close as to a Pirelli as possible, so it got all the Pirelli details and the original striping and the inlay. I just got the South African tail lights because well, I really appreciated that style. And the exhaust, that's a stainless steel Group A exhaust with stainless steel headers. I built this one probably when I sold my Corrado G60. And the story about that car was that, well, I was 28 and I really didn't want to have a Corrado anymore. I was a little bit tired of it, and decided to put the engine in the Mark 1 because I really loved the engine, and I always found the GTI a little bit underpowered. So because I had it converted before from 1.5 to 1.6, and then from 1.6 to 1.8 GTI with a direct injection, but I never was satisfied with the engine. It always kept running not the way I want. It was really hassle with the old Bosch K-Tronic to get it running right. And basically it was 2005, I think, or 2004, so it was a little bit information on the internet, but not as right now with on YouTube that you can find everything. So I couldn't find the right persons in my area to basically let that car run to its full potential, because really I think a 1.8 GTI K-Tronic can run really nice. So, and I have a few friends with a couple of examples that car is running really great. So I know it can be done, but I just couldn't find the luck and couldn't find anyone to help me out. No garage in that day, and it's already 20 years ago, didn't want to help me because I was a young guy, and they didn't want to spend time in the shop dealing with old cars. So well, now I know some people who can help you out, but back in the day I didn't have that contacts. So let us look at the engine. also note every Pirelli accent has been integrated, so the cockpit is right there, and also the gauges. And of course I put in some extra gauges just to see my G-force and boost, and also wanted to see the AFR, because well, G60 engine, you really have to look at your AFR, because if something goes wrong you will find holes in your piston quite easily, especially with this engine, because it's a smaller pulley on the charger, and also some work on the engine has been done to make it a little bit faster, so it's pulling a lot of horse and torque. Yes, found it. So here's the engine, and everything has been done. So and it's been done in 2013. So it's also an older build of mine, and it's working great all this time. So I just do service and maintenance and on it, and often a little bit of street races and some pools, because it's quite fast and they don't expect it that really. So you can well, it still is faster than most cars. To get a little bit of the power on the road, I did some work to the gearbox. So it has a Quifus differential in it, and well, it just delivers the power a little bit better on the road. So it's a little bit of balance, because these engines have a little bit of a limit how much air you can put in it. So I find the sweet spot around 250 horse, because the engine will get really nervous if you go to the 400 horsepower mark. It can be done, and also the 400 horsepower mark is 50k kilometers, and you will have some kind of issues. So this is quite reliable still. Runs great, pulls great. It's a very light car. I think 800 kilos or something. So 880 kilos I think, and that one is 1100 with the same engine. Also considered a light car, but this car is lighter. So well, intercooler is better on this one, because it has a Sprinter intercooler from a Mercedes van. So it's basically starting from here till there, so you have a large area of cooling capacity, and the G60 engine really likes that. So I also did a original spoil conversion on the radiator, and some of the things done are reinforced axles, of course, because it's an axle killer or CV joint killer. So you have to have the right CV joints, because you will eat them. But that's a trouble most Volkswagens have. I'm really fond on the original air cleaner. So this one is from a Volvo, converted that it will fit the G60 engine, and I did it myself. So basically it's just cutting the access on the bottom mount and making your own, and then it will look really awesome, and it will look stock. There's not a green in it, there's a K&N in it, but right now, but I had to search a long time to find the K&N filter for this one, because the green filter is a foam filter, and it will can destroy your G charger easily. So I would recommend to put a K&N filter in it if you can find it, because it's not easy. Engine mounts are this one are custom made engine mounts. You can order them in Germany with APTEC quite easily. Also, it's got the big brake booster from the Mark 1 Cabrio later models with the T5 or T4, I don't remember exactly, transporter main brake cylinder. It has a larger diameter, so it is required for the G60 brakes, and the G60 brakes are on the front with the BBS alloy wheels, 3 pieces, custom made. It's because it's a 16-inch, not a 15-inch. It's a 16-inch wheel. It's been also a big labor to put those two together, because this is basically Japan wheels. So I think these are for Toyota MR2, and those from a Celica, because that's a different offset. But I'm not quite sure anymore, because a friend of mine has built them. I will put in the link below that you can show in his Instagram, so you can show his work. But basically I had a little bit of work trying to make it fit. Originally I just wanted the 16-inch because I just wanted the Porsche brakes, but I couldn't manage to put in the 996 calipers with the BBS alloy wheel without any use of spacers, because I didn't want to have a spacer on it. And so you can see the rear wheel, also the G60 brakes in the rear. The axle has been modified. The rear axle has a bigger stabilizer in the front. Of course, the top mount brace. I didn't want that brace that covers the whole engine, so I found one that goes really sleek behind this one, behind this water tray. Of course, in the front there is a reinforced brace, and in the period I built it, I bought it in the Americas with the Black Forest Industries, and they made it especially for Mark 1 rabbits in the Americas. And well, it has been replicated then in Germany, so you can buy them now in Germany as well. Different shops sell them, but back in the day it was a little bit more difficult to get that brace in place, because you really need that on a Mark 1 because the platform is really soft. It's just designed to push the 116 horse or 180 I think, and it will snap your front brace because it's really soft. And also you can have a little bit of tearing of the chassis and flexing because the engine is just pulling so hard on the front, and well, it was not designed for that, so you have to reinforce that just to keep it from snapping. And also you will drive like a banded banana. So so the ECU, that's the stock Digifont, just chipped. In later projects, well, you find on the YouTube, I did the EFI upgrades. Also wanted an EFI upgrade for this one, but never got around to do so because it's quite expensive, and now it's really expensive. So and really the engine runs like a champ. So gas mileage is really out of the door, so if you pull a little bit, you just go from petrol station to petrol station because it has a really small fuel cell, so you don't get a lot of range in return, and also, well, you have to contain yourself really hard to get any form of mileage out this car. That's really hard. It's the most hard thing to do. So interior, so I opted for the Recaros because the original Mark 1 seats are really bad, especially for me because I'm almost 1.90 meters, and if you're a big guy, then those seats are really small. So Mark II Recaros are also not the largest seats because the Mark III Recaros are a little bit wider, but they don't fit the Mark 1 really well. So that's something you have to consider. So I would always go with the Mark II Recaros, and those have become also really expensive, and also here, and in the time I wanted those seats, also electric of course, well, I couldn't find any, so I found them in Slovenia and sent them over to Germany, and I was really lucky with the delivery, and I was really lucky with the electric seats, with the electric consoles. Everything was working quite great. Just the cover of the seats were really torn, and well, I sent them to VW Sitze, Alf in Germany, and he is just a wizard. So he just reupholstered this to the original spec Mark 1 Pirelli, and it's a little bit of green with the white. Originally it wasn't delivered in a black car, it was always delivered in the white car, not in the black one. In the black one you got a grey, but I really like the green, and it's not an original Mark Pirelli anyway, so I do what I want. So and I did, and I never have regretted this. Also the rear bench, also new cover, also from VW Sitze. I did the black roof lining. I did the old school stereo with the 10 CD changer. I just wanted that. I just wanted that old school Sony from back in my day. It was really the bomb. Just mixtapes and CD changer. So no Bluetooth, no just really raw car stereo. So let's look in the back. Original of course there's also a little bit of a mess in it. All right, so back here is the amp, is the CD changer, and of course the battery, and that's a really long positive wire from a BMW, I think E36, and yeah, I really like BMW parts with the also with the positive terminal in the front. That's also stock BMW. So I'm quite fond of the BMW stock parts. So here you can find the positive box in the front. So it's very clean, no battery in the front, just in the back. And well, of course the coolant, Samco, the engine is starting just a little bit to rust again, but I don't care. So it's just for driving experience, and it's well, it's really looking great. So that's the story about this one. Let's start with the Corrado. So the Corrado, let's walk around it. So the Corrado is a little bit of another story. This project I finished 3 years ago, and